Wouldn't it be nice if in the next pandemic we could develop a treatment more quickly? But perhaps technology isn't there yet, or is it? Viruses that attack our immune system and use our cells to reproduce have unique protein markers that can be used to identify them, and computers can analyze these proteins to develop effective treatments. Nevertheless, researchers have come across the protein folding problem. With the current computer power, they can't accurately model the 3D structure of the protein. But what if I told you there is a new type of computer that could be the key to process those proteins better? This new quantum computer uses a special property that we can find in electrons. You see, most people are familiar with Bohr's model of an atom, where electrons appear to be in an orbital. However, a more accurate model would be Schrödinger's, which takes into account the electron density to represent the probability of where the electron could be. Electrons actually possess a quantum property called superposition. This means that they can be in multiple states at the same time. It is not until we measure them that we force them to collapse into a specific state. We can use probability to estimate where they could be, but their statistical nature makes it hard to predict. The proteins have a similar problem. Their native structure and folding patterns have multiple possibilities. To model them accurately, computers need to process this whole range of possibilities. Supercomputers are struggling to do so, but quantum computers could. You see, standard computers use bits, which allows them to store information in two states, 0 and 1. However, quantum computers consist of qubits. They use particles that are in a state of superposition so that they can hold the state of 0 and 1 at the same time. For example, let's imagine we're trying to represent all the possible combinations of heads and tails of two coins. The possibilities would be HH, TT, HT, and TH. If we try to show all of these outcomes at once, we would need 8 coins to do so. This is kind of how classical computers work. Just imagine the heads is 0 and that the tails is 1. To process all those combinations, you would need all 8 beats. However, quantum computers are different. Imagine if we could have 2 coins spinning, where they are representing heads and tails at the same time, or in other words, 0 and 1 at the same time. Then we would only need those 2 spinning coins to show the 4 possibilities. This advantage is key. Those qubits can process multiple states at the same time, just like proteins have a whole range of possibilities that needed processing. Quantum computers could model proteins more accurately and analyze their behavior more precisely. This could advance medicine at a substantially faster pace, since we could model how certain diseases interact with our cells to learn about how to combat them. This technology might still be developing, and probably won't be replacing your desktop computer anytime soon. But since normal computers were but just a dream 70 years ago, who's to say what's impossible? And that is how the new quantum computer could someday save a life, or thousands.